North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family owned and operated by Rick Gates, former Brownsville resident and Guyville alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
The local station WMBS, and this is the Friday edition, because really, what other edition would it be?
With Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill and Paul, being brought to you by Tire Man's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Caldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. 724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. The lines are open.
Wide
It's open
open.
conversation. We
Yes.
are also live streaming on our WMBS Facebook page, so like and share our show.
And Paul is with us again,
Yes, he is.
as he is becoming a regular. As a matter of fact, we're putting you in for a union card, so yeah.
Like Joe Walsh,
Yeah.
you finally get an invitation to be in the Eagles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, wait a minute. Eric Clapton never got an invitation to be the Beatles, but
He played on some albums.
Yeah,
right?
he
at least
did
one.
play.
At least one.
he and George were buds, even after Eric Clapton stole George's wife. But that's speaking. We might as well talk about music real quick. Ace Frehley passed away. The lead guitarist
You
for
have no idea who he is.
No?
well, you know the band Kiss, don't you? He
Original
was,
guitarist for Kiss.
Okay.
and if you grew up in the '70s, you probably had a Kiss poster up on your wall.
I did not.
And I didn't have, but I did have Farrah Fawcett, but that's another.
Yeah, she wasn't in the band.
No, she was not in the band, nor did
Yeah.
she wear weird face makeup
I got
that we know of.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, Kiss was never one of the great musical groups, but supposedly they were one of the great live shows.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah,
They did some good stuff.
yeah. And so 74, way too young.
Oh, wow, that is young.
Yeah. As I've often said.
And
when-
Diane Keaton passed.
I know.
And honestly,
89 years old, yeah.
79.
79?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But either way, Diane Keaton is that person that, to me, was always just going to be 50.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
she was always going to be Annie Hall. Yeah. She just,
No, she's always going to be the mom to me on,
oh, the father of the bride,
yeah.
yeah.
and what is it, with she and Goldie Hawn,
First
and Bette
Now-
Midler,
First Wives Club,
yeah,
yeah.
First Wives Club, yeah. So that was something.
Yeah, she was also, she played Michael Corleone's wife in all three of the Godfathers.
Mm-hmm. She's one of those people where I feel like if you went to her house and was just visiting with her or hanging out with her, she'd be the same exact personality as she was like in her, at least the movies that I
Yeah.
developed a liking for her.
Yeah, apparently she was most like her character in Annie Hall. So I can imagine being in her house and say, "Oh, wait a minute! No, don't sit down. You gotta try this first." And but,
724-438-4593. You have any housekeeping, Bill?
we've got high school football coming up this weekend, as we do.
Is this the last weekend?
Well, next to last.
Okay.
I think next to last. Brian will correct me if I'm wrong. C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night, Trinity at Laurel Highlands on the radio and live streaming, Uniontown at Connellsville. The big, what is it, the Iron Bucket? Anyway, that's going to be video only. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6, kickoff at 7. Trib Live scoreboard show follows high school football. No Steelers this weekend because they took the gas pipe yesterday.
So sad.
Oh,
I mean, really. They were on a good streak. I hope they can pick it back up.
They'll bounce back. They still get to play the Browns. So, and they have to play the Bengals here at home. So we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow, Pitt Panthers are on the road. They're up in Syracuse. We'll have that tomorrow night at 6. And then following that, the Penguins and the Sharks as the Pens wrap up the West Coast Spring. We do have football coming up Sunday and Monday. Eagles at Vikings at 1. Falcons, 49ers at 8. And Monday night, Buccaneers and the Lions. So I've gotten to the point I'd rather listen to sports on the radio. It just seems like it's more,
Less commercials.
well,
For sure.
there is that. But it also seems you're more engaged.
Because you're envisioning.
Yeah, because it's like the old story about somebody asked a 6-year-old whether they like television or radio better, and they said radio. And why? Well, because the pictures are better.
I don't get it.
Well, because
And James Franklin got canned at Penn State.
I know.
Who's that, the coach?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you lose to
$56 million
unranked teams.
buyout.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
paid him, they paid him $56 million.
No, he has a buyout. He had an
Yeah.
8-year contract at
Yeah.
$8.5 million a year, and he had that many years to run.
Yeah.
So it's guaranteed contract
That's what I'm saying. So he leaves.
with $56 million.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Remember, some of them say 50 now because of the way you calculate.
I've seen 49 million, but
he's
either
getting paid for the
way,
remainder of his contract. Yes. Now, why they would ever give these contracts out to any coach, 8-year contract, because we could never find anybody that could coach this team as well as you.
or we might lose this guy.
You know, and
Is that a typical timeline, like a time frame?
some of the bigger coaches, one of them get it, and then the rest of them get it.
Yeah.
And the big one was the coach at Texas
That
A&M.
is so crazy.
Yeah.
That got a big payout, But they feel like we got our guy and we have to keep him, and they lock
Right.
him up for $10 million. And it's the same thing at Penn State with the big story that was on the president of the university, the
Yeah.
woman that closed Fayette campus.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we got to keep her. And so she got a big raise, I think 49%. And it was with Graham Spanier before her. He was the guy that was there and got squeezed out by the Sandusky scandal, right? But we got to keep Graham because, without him, Penn State, whatever. There's 10,
So
15,
then what will they
20
pay the new
people.
coach?
Good question.
How do they not go broke?
Well, because
That's a lot of
Because
money.
they can find money for that, but not for
Yeah.
keeping campuses open
yeah, well, that's because football
Or
makes
lower
a lot of money.
tuition.
or lowering tuition.
That is absolutely disgusting to me. When you think of the student loans people have, $54 million to get scooting.
Yeah.
Well, when you think about how tuition has went through the roof or gone through the roof, and that's because you have not just the president of the university, you got the vice president for this and the vice president for that.
No,
You
tenured
look at some of
professors on
these salaries
salary
are
either,
through the roof, and that's where the money goes.
Yeah.
So it becomes unaffordable for the average student, or very costly for the average student. It's not about education anymore; it's all about money.
No, yeah, these are state schools. I remember you went to a state school because the education was that good and the tuition was lower. But you're paying, what, how much is Penn State now?
I think about 20,000 a year.
Yeah, 20 grand a year. So if you go for 5 years, you're on the hook for $100,000.
For an undergrad.
Right.
For an undergrad.
And if you go for a master's or a PhD, you might as well just not even bother looking at houses. You're going to be renting the rest of your life.
Well, a lot of the schools, a friend of mine clued me into this, the University of Maryland, and I think it's true elsewhere. They actually try to get a lot of out-of-state students because they pay higher tuition. So if you have that seat in your class for whatever class it is, and you got Bill and Paul who are coming from Fayette County, and we're going to pay lower in-state tuition, but we get Kendall to come here from Tennessee or Michigan, you're going to pay more tuition just to sit next to us, and that's more money in the university's coffers. So they like to have a lot of out-of-state or international students because they even pay higher tuition.
And what about, so then will they don't, who's going to be the new coach? You don't know?
No.
And so will this guy likely get another job somewhere else? Why would he even want to work?
Good
Yeah.
question. Well,
And he's
a lot
hit
of
the
money.
lottery, yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh, that is so much money.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised, but I am. And it's like, well, at this point, I mean, what is really surprising anymore in this world? I have something
By the way, some of this money comes from boosters too.
Boosters too.
Yeah.
It's still
For the athletic is offline, so
Yeah.
they'll argue that this is the athletic spending, which is not part of the general Penn
Yeah,
State budget
sure.
or not. So
Blah blah blah. Crap. Yes, you were saying.
So this is becoming such a concern of mine personally. And it's even more now that it's getting darker earlier.
Right.
And then in a week, it's going to be.
Bye daylight saving.
Yeah.
Well, 2 weeks. Yeah.
So
like that.
these people, and believe me, I'm glad that people now have an easier way of getting around if they don't have vehicles or whatever. But the people in this town of all ages are these feral human beings are on these electric scooters, these hoverboards type things.
Oh yeah.
Driving in the car lane, like in the driving lane,
Yeah.
in the dark, wearing all black, with a little light. Some of them have a light,
Yeah.
or they pop out of a side street. You can't even see them. They're coming down Lebanon Avenue where there's no sidewalks.
Yeah.
It's so concerning to me because guess what? If we hit them, who's that coming on?
You're going to be paying a deductible. Let's put it that way.
And maybe vehicular homicide.
Yeah. And these motorized skateboards and things like that. It's just, I remember seeing that. I'm going, there's no way that's street legal.
And I mean, and at the same time, how do the police even enforce? Because you can't chase them. They can easily just keep going.
Well,
It's like the police aren't going to chase.
and if you did chase them and they kept going and they hit the curb
That's why they
and
don't-
fell
that's
down
why they don't
and-
chase
and
them.
broke their leg, then they
Yeah.
would sue the police that you didn't have to chase me. I'm only
Exactly.
15 years old.
I feel like something needs to happen, and I'm sure this is not a unique situation to just Uniontown, because these things are very popular now. These electric things.
yeah.
But there has to be some kind of you have to be a certain age, because as it gets darker out earlier, I'm telling you, it's a real concern of mine. Like, I don't even like driving in town when it's dark now because I'm so afraid I'm going to hit one of these people. So I mean, I don't know what the solution is, or if there's even anything. I mean, there has to be. I see this being something that continues to come up more and more now because it's becoming a huge problem. And some places have bike lanes. We don't have bike lanes here.
Yeah.
We don't even have
We barely
sidewalks.
have enough room for 2 lanes in
you
some
did, but
places.
people-
In some
use
places,
them.
but in other places we have more than enough room because
Yeah.
when the roads and streets were created, cars were bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like some of these, but overall, you can't just go and create a bunch of bike lanes where there's no need for sidewalks even.
Right, but you're right. If you would hit one of them and they're injured or killed, even though it's not your fault, then you're the one who has car insurance and sue you, for damages or whatever.
And I feel like the local school districts, like the high schools, even the whatever, I feel like, how there was DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education, that program. There needs to be like some kind of like campaign of safety, like bike safety or scooter safety that they're promoting, to just wear brighter clothes or have a lamp on one of those.
Actually, I believe there are regulations as far as bicycles.
That would have to apply.
Yeah, I mean, you have to wear a helmet, I believe.
You do?
Then again, there's
Yeah, I
a
think
lot
you
of
might
more.
actually have to wear. Do you have to? Is it the law to wear?
I don't know. I
Then
never,
again,
I never wore a helmet riding my bicycle as
No,
a kid.
neither
always
did I.
did.
But that was a
And-
long time ago.
And motorcycles, I see a lot of people driving motorcycles around here that aren't wearing helmets.
That's not. That's the law. You don't have to wear a helmet anymore.
Yeah.
So I guess if you don't have to wear a helmet
Yeah,
on a
well-
motorcycle, why would you for a bike?
And these electric bikes, I was out here on South Mount Vernon, and right before it expands to a left turn lane and a through lane, it's fairly tight there. And there's some knucklehead with an electric bike just whoom.
Yep. So in the state of Pennsylvania, the law requires anyone under the age of 12 to wear a helmet, but 12 and older than 12, then it's not required. But
You can be
strongly
an idiot.
recommended.
Yeah.
724-438-4593. We'll take a quick break and we will be back.
And this is Hot Topics on your local station.
I'm Aaron Zolbrod, owner and founder of the health insurance store in Connellsville, and I have an important message for those on Medicare. Premiums for Part B, Advantage plans, and supplements are all increasing for 2026. In addition, many people will be faced with higher medical copays and $600 to $1,400 in additional out-of-pocket medication costs next year. Don't panic. You have options, and the health insurance store can compare every competitive Advantage plan and supplement side by side, ensuring that you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Since 2008, over 20,000 people have put their trust in the health insurance store to help them navigate the Medicare maze. With all the current and future changes, higher premiums, and out-of-pocket costs, never has it been more important to have an experienced and caring agency looking out and advocating for you. For a no-cost consultation, call the health insurance store at 724-603-3403, 603-3403, or visit us online, www.getyourbestplan.com, getyourbestplan.com.
It's the 43rd Annual Carpetho Brusen Celebration at St. John the Baptist Byzantine Church, Sunday, October 26th from noon to 5 p.m. Enjoy ethnic favorites, halupni, pirohi, halushki, kibasi, and sauerkraut, a variety of breads, long rolls, pastries, and more, plus Brusen folk music by Sukira, starting at 12:30. Speakers, folk art demonstrations, crafts, raffles, as well as a church tour and children's activities. For more information, call the church at 724-438-1382 and check Facebook for updates at St. John BYC Uniontown.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
439-2323.
For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning,
Your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
WMBS.
Local station WMBS. Hot Topics, Kendall and Paul and Bill and you on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line 724-438-4593. Again, just always seems like when Fayette County gets in the news, it's something bad. Of course, most news is bad anyway.
That's right. That's very true.
Man, dog bites man is not news. The old saying that they have.
That makes you go, what?
Yeah. We had the issue with what happened at the Wilson Elementary and the AG.
A.L. Wilson.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to save as many words as possible.
Well, you have to say the right name of the school.
A.L. Wilson Elementary School. Mark Howard owns Have a Nice Day Shaved Ice. And he says that while he was serving shaved ice at the school, a small vial of insulin got mixed in with the ice in his machine while he was refilling. Now, he says he noticed the issue immediately and quickly switched service to a different machine and notified school officials about what had happened. No illnesses or injuries are reported, and Mr. Howard has apologized.
And it said that the state police have opened up an investigation into this, I think I saw. I guess that could be negligence. Well, negligence.
Yeah.
When you're neglectful of something, you obviously don't want it to didn't want it to happen, but it did. I mean, obviously, I don't think anyone thinks that Mark Howard did that intentionally.
No.
Hard lesson to learn, but it could have been a lot harder of a lesson to learn.
Yeah, I mean, what if you had noticed?
Oh my! What if a child swallows?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And the insulin shock is nothing to be joked about.
I feel like the insulin though would have.
Depends on how much you get.
Can you take it orally? Is it effective orally? I don't know.
Once it gets into your system, it's in your system.
They usually inject it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Straight to the bloodstream. So my point is, with stomach acid, I mean, I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah,
if I
I
were a
don't either,
reporter,
but-
I would be asking that question as how much danger there was, and is it possible you get sick from the insulin?
Yeah.
I also would ask, how did the vial get in the ice? Everybody that I've read, everything I've read, it glosses over that fact. But how do you?
I don't think it's that they're glossing over. I think that, and I know you're not supposed to assume, but he's probably a diabetic.
Don't know. Nobody got that fact, and I think
Yeah,
the
and
police
he
would
didn't
act- I think the
state
police-
that either
I think
in
the
his-
police would act that. Did
Yeah.
somebody come by and say, "Oh, I'm sticking this in the ice"?
Oh
Or, you know,
yeah. See, you have the reporter mind. We just talk
of
about
course
it
I
after.
do. Yeah.
That was
but
his
to me,
job
that's a
for
key
a
part
few
of the
years.
information. That's like
No, it
saying,
is, it
That's
is.
like saying, Bill Madden was,
I was nowhere near there.
It's very true.
it's like sort of like
Yeah,
saying,
was it
like
his?
Bill Madden died today, and then you don't say why or how. Well, he just died. Well, don't people want to know? Is it normal? Was he, run over by a car? Somebody on an e-bike swerved and hit him, and he tried to move away. It's a key piece of the information that newspaper should be asking, or I would ask. I mean, I'm sure the police will ask, how did this vial get there? But you shouldn't have to wait for that. For that. If you're explaining what happened, I think that it would be good to explain how this vial of ice inadvertently or however got into the ice, vial of insulin, got into the ice in the first place. It's just not like saying there's a .38 revolver in the ice. How did it get there?
Yeah.
Although that could have fallen out of somebody's pocket too. You never know.
You never know.
And so, yeah, I mean, obviously this story is going to continue on
Maybe.
as the investigation continues.
Maybe. Hopefully it doesn't, because I feel like that means there was
no intent.
and no injuries.
Yeah.
The school district handled it very well. I think that everyone has acknowledged that.
They sent out the word immediately.
Yeah, and it made me think, you don't think about that kind of stuff happening, but it made me think to myself, if I had a child, I think I'd be really leery now of letting them have shaved ice, because you don't know what's in there.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's you don't know where it came from, and is it possible if you're using bagged ice was it in a bag of 10-pound ice that you opened up at the factory wherever they make the ice? I mean, you just don't know.
I know we shouldn't assume, but I do assume that it is his, because if it wasn't his, don't you think that would have been a part of his statement? I have no idea where that came from. Someone put it in there. I think that. Don't you think that?
I make no assumptions.
Oh, come on.
I don't.
Oh, Paul.
I don't.
Yes, come on. Just make one now.
The man deals in facts.
No.
And
You need to have it from an authoritative
Okay,
source.
if there was
everything else at this point in terms of how it got there is speculation, and I don't like to engage in speculation.
Right,
like
but
this.
if
Well,
there's
you have an opinion,
if
you
there's
could
$1
say,
million on the table and you have one guess, you have to make one guess whether someone put it in there with malice,
I'm stealing that million.
or was it his being chilled. You only have one guess, and if you get it right, you get the $1 million.
not going to do it.
You don't want to. You don't. Maybe we're not as rich as Paul, Bill.
Yeah, well,
We're
he's
not.
probably got a nice pension, you know.
We're not as
Social
rich as
Security.
You have to keep it open mind on this until you
Yeah, I
get
do.
some sort of confirmation of things. So
Yeah,
it's easy to assume anything, but when you assume things, it's a bad deal.
and you can't live in fear. We learned that during the COVID-19 era, in which let's not go revisit that. But there's so much other stuff.
Oh wait, there's breaking news. It's
Oh.
actually not breaking. I guess I
You just made it up? What?
I am not only am I not a good reporter. I assume and I don't read. I skim. It was insulin for his dog.
Oh,
It was in the story, Brian said.
okay. So, but the point being, there's so much other stuff that can get into things like the kids' ICs. Think about fentanyl. Think about other drugs that can get into this, and we have to. Again, you can't live in fear, but how much can we trust these days too?
Well, that raises another question for Brian or whoever. If you have a vial of insulin in ice that's going to be shaved for students at a school, correct? Is this what it was at A.L.
Well,
Wilson?
we
Yes.
don't know, but yeah.
Was it being shaved at A.L. Wilson?
Yes.
Then how does a dog's insulin get into the building? Is the dog there?
I mean, if you want to make an assumption that it fell out of somebody's pocket or something, but or you put it on a table and it accidentally got knocked into the vat. But anyway, 724-438-4593 WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Other things that are in the news: the No Kings protests are going to be here in Fayette County.
What?
The No Kings protests that are going on nationwide. I believe they're going to stage it over here at
They've been doing that all summer.
I know. But this is, I guess, a big event.
Cannot imagine spending my Saturday afternoon doing that.
Well,
I can't imagine doing a lot of things that people want to do, and that's their right to do them,
Yeah.
but I just can't imagine that. I have to think, though, that there's some element to it, maybe even like a large percentage, that they are friends, they're of like minds, so they're just kind of gathering and hanging, because they have to know that they're not making any change or difference whatsoever.
are you saying that I'm going to drive by that protest and not say, oh, dear God, they're right. I'm changing my ways.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's doing that.
No, of course not.
I think that, how many times do you do it before it ceases to be newsworthy, at least in Uniontown, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I was at the paper, we might do the first one and say this is this group, and then if there's another group that does it, you do it for them. But when it starts to be a regular occurrence and that's something you're putting on the front page of your paper every day, you must not have a whole lot of other stuff because it's the same theme, it's the same protest, right? You must not have a lot of other stuff to write about.
Yeah. And by the way, this is not a criticism of anybody that takes part in the protest. You have every right to do it.
Sure.
Do it peacefully. And by the way, people driving by, don't if you don't agree with them, just shut up and drive by. Don't try and engage.
Do people do that?
Oh yeah. I talked to George about that. Because they are exercising their rights. Now, again, the criticism that
What are they
we've
going to do
had-
with their Palestine signs now?
Probably replace them with something else. So probably replace them with Epstein file signs.
Okay.
But just let them protest.
No one's stopping them from protesting.
No.
I mean, they're not.
But
Like
there
some
are
victims
people that
because-
will yell obscenities.
I saw
at
a
them
comment on
and things like
Facebook from someone, and it's not local, it's just a national. The people respond. They do the same kind of thing. It's like, do you realize that if we really had a king, the king wouldn't allow such protest in the first place? I think I question the effectiveness of it overarchingly because I don't think you're changing any minds, as you just said, Bill. It's just a feel-good thing, and we're going to try to keep this accusation alive and whatnot. And I don't think that that's effective.
And quite frankly, there's a lot of people out there who just absolutely hate Donald Trump. And this is a way to get get it out of their system or let people know that.
I guess that's where I where my like feelings toward it come from is, and you and I have talked about this before. It's to protest something where change can happen, right? Like something that means something to them that perhaps this protest and bringing awareness to it will, gather more supporters, whatever the case.
Like the protests for the Vietnam War.
Sure.
Which eventually changed people's minds.
Yes, but this is all based around hate of a human being. Right. And it is so
who we're stuck with
anyways.
Or dislike of a political, I don't want to call it agenda, but
ideology.
The other side has an agenda as well. So I think it's just like you dislike the decision making or the policies, and we talked briefly about this last week in the 1 hour that I was here. The democracy is we're losing our democracy. And, democracy worked. I mean, you didn't seize power by a coup d'etat, right? There was no military takeover of the government. There was no, forced takeover by anyone. The election. It was the election, and you lost.
Also,
the system worked.
Just to make sure, do we still have the Senate and the House?
I believe so. Well, hard to say, but yes.
How about those justices? Are they still there?
I believe, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because then...
You mean, I brought this point up before about that, is it called, a trope about kings or whatever? Is that what you call it, Bill?
Yeah, no kings, yeah.
And I find it interesting that if you're a student of history, and I think Bill remembers this, and I do too, the first time that this was tossed about or bandied about was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah.
There was a tradition, not a rule, but a tradition that you could only run for president twice. Because that's what Washington did, I think, or whatever, right? Everybody who was president up to Franklin Roosevelt only served twice.
Because Washington said nobody should serve more than 2 terms.
Franklin Roosevelt ran third time and won, and the fourth time and won. He won 4 times. He was that popular. And he tried to pack the Supreme Court initially because the conservatives on the court didn't want to embrace the New Deal agenda, the things that the 40-hour work week and all these things. They said these are unconstitutional. Right. Roosevelt's solution was to pack the court and just make more than 9 justices. Let me appoint 4 or 5 more. Yeah. And that was his solution. That's a kingly type move, if ever there was.
Sure.
And the criticism of him from the Republicans at that time was that, and some Democrats, was that he was trying to be a king because he didn't want to give up power 4 terms. And in the Democratic Party, Franklin Roosevelt is the one that everybody carries and lifts up as the gold standard of what the Democratic Party should stand for, right? The 40-hour work week, the working person, labor unions, the whole deal. But,
and imprisoning Japanese, but that's another matter altogether.
Yeah, that's another matter, but those things did occur under his tenure, correct?
Yeah, and he is as close to...
My point in saying this is that this type of tactic or calling someone a king or whatever is not new. It was levied against him by his opponents way back when.
And by the way, he was not a king. He did have a Supreme Court, as you said, that overruled some of his policies, and eventually the House and the Senate started going, whoa, slow down there, big fella.
But then he did get a chance to appoint some justices
over
that period of time, and then the court became tilted more toward the liberal end.
Yeah, but you never saw Eisenhower going, I need more of my justices.
But there's a pendulum in politics I think people don't want to admit that they should, is that this yin and yang goes on. I mean, at one point, this side has control and power. Democrats ruled Congress for how long? The House of Representatives.
50 years.
For 40, 50, post
Ever
FDR.
since,
And then with Reagan, it went back.
Yeah.
And that's just part of the political dynamic. I mean, the swing does occur. It goes between this and it goes between that, from one end to one end. So at one point, one side will get to appoint the Supreme Court justices, and then things shift, and then the other side appoints Supreme Court justices. And that happens. But that doesn't mean that's the end of the country, because the side that you don't favor is not in power anymore.
By the way, also, it's not a democracy, it's a republic. Just saying.
True.
I have to say, I don't see, and I don't want to be... Brian can send it to me, and I will revisit on the air, but I don't see where it says it's his dog's.
Okay.
So I don't want to spread any rumors.
Okay.
And 724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Mark Howard is welcome to call, and he's called in the show before, many times. So yeah, if you're listening, Mark, if you want to call and expand on any of that, you're more than welcome to.
Please do. And the point that we've made before is with the protest down at 5 Court is not that they shouldn't be protesting. You go. This is how you want to spend your Saturday. You go right ahead. It's your right. It's your privilege. You're an American. God bless you. But just standing up there and saying, "I hate Trump," and I hate all he stands for, that's not going to change any minds. Tell me what you would do. What are your thoughts? What are your proposals? What do you want to do? I mean, yes, there is every now and then they'll see a sign that says, something about illegal immigration or things like that. But most of you don't notice that because you've got the ones that say 8647 on them. That's what you notice.
I have no words.
Kendall makes a good point, though, about the signs, Free Palestine and da-da-da-da. Now that there's an agreement, are you going to say it's good that Trump settled this? You're not going to do it. You're going to just get rid of that sign. And I think it would be real interesting to see do content analysis is what they call it. And when you analyze things for a master's thesis or something, to look and see what were the signs that were being carried pre-Charlie Kirk assassination and the signs after Charlie Kirk assassination? Because I think that some of that stuff, protest, GOP has blood on its hands. That was one that I saw. And then after Charlie Kirk, it's like we're protesting against this type of vitriol.
Yeah.
What was your sign 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fair comment. It's not meant to take sides. It's just that, you can't change in the middle of the stream here and then expect that people don't pay attention to that in terms of your legitimacy as a group and that sort of thing. So anyway.
What is this group called? Just local people?
I believe it's the Democratic women that do the protest, the
like
rallies. I think rally is a better word anyway.
So Democratic women are organizing.
I believe so. George, if I'm wrong, let us know. And real quick, speaking of Democrats, did anybody see John Fetterman on the News Nation town hall?
I read something. I didn't see him.
Yeah,
he's really turned out to be something else.
Yeah. I mean, the guy is a real independent thinker.
I'd vote for him.
And dresser.
Yeah.
He has turned out much different than what I thought he was going to be. But he was standing up there saying, "Look, I have people. I grew up in a conservative family."
Yeah, he said he's the only Democrat in his family.
Yeah. There are people that I disagree with vehemently who I love and cherish. And you don't go calling them Hitler and Nazis and fascists.
I know, and
that's not going to work either.
But but him saying that, people call him he's too conservative.
Yeah, they're talking about primarying him.
Well, that's what they do.
And I bet you they could, and they would succeed.
Conor Lamb he's got his bags packed. He's all of a sudden showing up on a lot of TV shows. So
Conor Lamb was more to the right of John Fetterman when they ran against each other the last time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the more moderate Democrat, at least portraying himself that way, and Fetterman was the more democratic socialist type person.
So, but anyway, I just want to give kudos to Senator Fetterman for. I still think the choice of clothing is a little bit off. Wait a minute, I'm looking across at somebody wearing a hoodie. Never mind. Your local station, WMBS.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Just in time for the movie release of Wicked for Good, the State Theater Center for the Arts presents Good Witch, Bad Witch, The Broadway Witches, featuring two powerhouse vocalists, Ali Mazzi and Dee Rossioli, a past Elphaba and Glinda from the Broadway cast of Wicked, with stunning vocals and unforgettable performances. Good Witch, Bad Witch, The Broadway Witches, Sunday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. Get tickets online at statetheater.info or call 724-439-1360. Pick 3 season subscription packages still available.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Feeling lucky? Your next big jackpot is waiting for you. Visit the casino at Nemacolin in Farmington, PA for the ultimate casino experience featuring the hottest table games, daily promotions, big-time giveaways, and an exciting variety of premium slots. And after, celebrate your big win with a juicy burger at the Royale while you watch the big game. Hotel packages available. Visit CasinoNemacolin.com for more information. The Casino at Nemacolin. Game on. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. SUV season is here, and you can get that new, certified, or select pre-owned all-wheel drive that you've been looking for. It's just a test drive away. Let me show you how simple you can buy or lease your next vehicle. The season is changing, so fall into your best deal with me. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Great selections, super pricing, and deals on your next wheels. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hickson Boss Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. This is flu season. Call Hickson Boss at 724-437-2828 and ask about flu shot availability and other vaccines. Free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and dependable courteous service are Hickson Boss' way of doing business. Hickson Boss Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Hot Topics, Kendall, Bill, Paul, and you. WU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital, talk line 724-438-4593. We have about 3 minutes left if you want to try and get a call in, or another whole hour. So get out there and join us. Remember, too, the mail-in ballots are being mailed out right now.
Oh, yes. Get them in, people.
Yeah, make sure you get them in. Either mail it or, you can always drop it by the Board of Elections office.
You can, but it has to be there by Tuesday, November 4th at 8 p.m.
Right.
when the polls are closing. And also, don't forget to get out and vote.
By the way, also, I'll address a comment somebody made here who said, for instance, what the Democrats want is to reinstate the Obamacare subsidies. Fine, good, great position. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Where's your sign? I sound like Bill Engvall now. Here's your sign. But, all we see is 86-47. Because that's the attention getter. It's like some lunatic on the corner. I'm not saying these people are lunatics. Standing there screaming his head off is going to get the attention, even if he's saying gibberish. Mm-hmm. But a reasonable person stating their opinions in a thoughtful manner is not, he's not going to get the attention, or she. Now, you have every right to stand on a street corner and yell gibberish. Well, until it becomes a public nuisance, but that's another issue. So coming up in the next hour, we still haven't talked about what's going on with this Republican chat room thing.
What?
And the
I love finding out. I love
Jay Jones, the Virginia attorney Republican who wanted to shoot people. So
we'll talk about that in the next hour.
Yes.
Because I don't know about the first thing, and I like learning things on the air.
Yeah, that's a big issue right now. By the way, we're going to spend a record amount on Halloween. What a shock! Everything costs more.
You do this every year, and it's always mind blowing.
Yeah. Halloween spending is expected to reach $13.1 billion. That's up from 11.6 last year. And it's $3.9 billion on candy and $4.3 billion on costumes.
What about pet costumes? Is that on there? Because
No,
that one's
I
pretty...
just lumped them in with costumes.
Okay.
No. What that means is there's going to be billions and billions of dollars worth of candy left over for the parents to eat for the next month.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the day after Halloween should be a holiday because all the candy goes on half price and you can load up. So we can talk about that and more. Hour number 2 of Hot Topics with Kendall and Paul and Bill is on the way right after the news on your local station, WMBS Uniontown.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has arrived at the White House for a meeting with President Trump.
We'd like to see if we could finish it, end it.
Zelensky said he believes Trump has the momentum to end the conflict.
We understand that Putin is not ready. I think not ready, but I think that I'm confident that with your help, we can stop this war.
CBS's Margaret Brennan.
There is clearly more of an embrace of Volodymyr Zelensky today than there was at the beginning of the Trump administration.
Right.
So there has been a changing dynamic, although President Trump's rhetoric still is unusually friendly toward Vladimir Putin in the public space.
Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton appeared in court in Maryland today on charges of illegally sharing classified information. He pleaded not guilty. CBS's Scott McFarland.
This is a particularly elaborate, intricate case. There are 18 felony charges here, including the transmission of and the retention of national defense information. Some of it, according to the prosecutors, is top secret. So they have to create this separate track for this case for classified information.
Staffing shortages at the Social Security Administration on top of the shutdown are frustrating employees and benefit recipients alike. Chandler McGinnis takes calls on the agency's hotline in Kansas City, Missouri.
We have things that should be processed in 30 to 60 days that are not even being touched for 12 to 16 months. And they scream at me and they call me names.
She's urging people to try again after the shutdown. A new report warns President Trump's immigration crackdown could eliminate more than 15 million jobs in the next 10 years.
The study by the Washington think tank, the National Foundation for American Policy, first reported by Axios, says the shrinking workforce could lead to lower economic growth and make it harder to attract workers in the health, agriculture, and manufacturing sectors as the nation's population ages. The White House disputes the report, telling Axios President Trump's agenda will create jobs and that there's no shortage of American minds and hands to grow the labor force. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
It's been a record year of recalls for Ford, and now come 2 more. WWJ radio reporter Jeff Gilbert from Detroit.
These recalls involve a total of 625,000 vehicles. More than half are Mustangs with a seatbelt issue. The other recall involves big Super Duty pickups. Rearview cameras may display a faulty image. No injuries reported in either recall.
Dealers will inspect the parts and make replacements. On Wall Street, less than 2 hours before the close of the trading week, a late afternoon rally, the Dow up almost 0.5%. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Looking for a fireplace? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in fireplaces of all fuel types, such as gas, wood, pellet, and electric. We're now featuring Harmon pellet stoves from Forge and Flame, perfect for keeping your family warm and cozy. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the winter season. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
At Davis & Davis, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we're here to guide you along the way. This is Attorney Jim Davis. With over 45 years of experience, our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you get the maximum amount of money that you deserve. The best part is you won't pay us a penny until we win your case, and we will win your case. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for a free consultation. Call 724-437-2799 and get the protection that you deserve.
A house featured on a popular television series is up for sale.
The Leary home in Wilmington, North Carolina is going on the market. The big white house with the wide porch and dock was featured in all 6 seasons of Dawson's Creek, which was set in the fictional town of Cape Side, Massachusetts. But whether you were Team Dawson,
all that matters right now is what you want.
I don't even know what I want, or Team Pacey,
I think I'm in love with you.
You think or you know?
fans of the teen drama likely dreamed of living in the iconic waterfront property, which is actually on Hewlett's Creek. The price tag, $3.25 million. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
The Orionid meteor shower will peak Tuesday morning with the arrival of a new moon, offering a rare chance to see shooting stars without interference from moonlight. We'll be able to see up to 20 meteors per hour under ideal conditions. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
The award-winning local district and statewide news is being brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation, a leading provider of preventative and rehabilitative services to promote physical wellness for patients of all ages and abilities. In your neighborhood with new state-of-the-art facilities on 104 Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Call 724-437-0556 for NovaCare. And now to the news. And good afternoon. It is 2:05. It is sunny and 58 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured, call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano, sports and weather in just a bit. The weather finally feels like fall, and it's going to look like it, too, across most of Pennsylvania this week. The Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources released its fall foliage report for the week of October 16th through the 22nd yesterday, saying chilly nights have helped kick leaf color into high gear, and temperatures in the 30s and 40s are expected to accelerate change. The DCNR says this week could be the finest week for color overall in the state. Peak fall color will be seen in a major portion of Pennsylvania. In the Pittsburgh area, every county excluding Greene, Washington, and Allegheny will see peak color this week. The fall foliage in Somerset County is still nice, but starting to fade. A head-on crash shut down part of Route 30 in Unity Township, Westmoreland County this morning. The crash happened shortly after 6 a.m. at the intersection of Wimerton Boulevard near St. Vincent College. Emergency dispatchers said at least 2 people were entrapped and were taken to the hospital in stable condition. The crash is still under investigation. A warrant is being issued for a man who is accused of jumping into an elephant enclosure at the Pittsburgh Zoo. The incident happened last month when 19-year-old Noah Thomas allegedly jumped into an enclosure, came face-to-face with an elephant, and then jumped back out. Thomas then allegedly posted a video of the incident on social media. Thomas, who lives in Ohio, has had a warrant issued for his arrest on multiple felony charges. Their bosses are getting paid, but staffers of the U.S. Senate won't get another paycheck until the federal government reopens. Here's Rory O'Neill with more.
The financial clerk of the Senate sent out a letter this week saying that the October 20th paycheck would be missed unless the shutdown was resolved by the close of business Thursday. The government remains shut down with no end in sight. Senators are still being paid because their compensation is mandated by the Constitution. Many of those senators from both parties have asked to have their paychecks withheld until the shutdown ends. I'm Rory O'Neill.
WMBS time, 2:08. We'll check sports and weather after this.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
In sports, tonight's the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS. Trinity's at Laurel Highlands, radio and video coverage, and Uniontown will visit Connellsville for the Old Coal Bucket. That's video only. Sprouse Insurance Group pregames at 6. Both games start at 7, and the Trib Live scoreboard show will follow. College football tomorrow. Pitt will visit Syracuse. We'll have the game on WMBS. The pregame's at 6 with kickoff at 7:30. And the Penguins wrap up their Western trip tomorrow night. They'll visit the San Jose Sharks. Face-offs at 10. We'll have the game following Pitt here on WMBS. The award-winning local district and statewide news has been brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation, now offering telehealth and home-based care as well. Located on 104 Delaware Avenue in Uniontown, call 724-437-0556 for NovaCare.
The WMBS Weather Watch is being brought to you by Patrick Mahoney, candidate for South Union Township Supervisor. A lifelong resident, local business owner, and volunteer, Patrick Mahoney wants to serve our community, will work to attract more business to our area, and will be a full-time 24/7 supervisor, and would appreciate your vote on Election Day. And now the weather.
Sunny the rest of the afternoon, 64, partly cloudy, 48 tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow, 78, cloudy on Sunday with afternoon rain, and 75. Sunny 62 right now outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Friday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, hour 2 of Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill on WMBS.
The WMBS Weather Watch was brought to you by Patrick Mahoney, a lifelong resident, local business owner, volunteer, and candidate for South Union Township Supervisor. Patrick Mahoney wants to serve our community, will work to attract new business to the area, and will be a full-time 24/7 supervisor. Patrick Mahoney would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor on Election Day.
Nene's Diner, formerly on Morgantown Street, is now located at Mahoney's across from the Uniontown Post Office. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 6:30 until 2:30 for delicious breakfast and lunches. Nene's features everything homemade. Homemade soups, homemade noodles, and homemade daily specials, including chicken and biscuits, lasagna, cabbage rolls, hot roast beef with mashed potatoes. Hungry yet? Call Nene's Diner at 724-970-1737 to order, or stop in Nene's Diner at Mahoney's, across from the post office.
Hey all, it's Josh Krysak here again with Ron Romeo from Ultimate Structures. Ron, you're the expert. What advice would you offer someone looking to invest in a new shed or metal building?
First, the customer must validate if they meet local codes, no matter what type of structure they are thinking about. Both of the manufacturers that I represent want to be sure the structure is permitted to be built or placed on a specific property.
Makes sense. When you're ready to take your storage building game to the next level, call Ultimate Structures at 724-415-0020. Ultimate Structures, just outside of Perryopolis. They design what you desire. Visit them today at their mega lot on Route 51 southbound in Perryopolis. That's Ultimate Structures, 724-415-0020.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors, where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items, including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority. Are you interested in earning your degree online or finishing your degree? Take your career to the next level at Salem University. Salem University offers more than 50 online degrees and certificate programs. Learn how you can advance your career with degrees in nursing, business, education, criminal justice, and IT. Salem has 4-week classes starting once a month. Contact Salem University by dialing 844-462-9128, option 1, or visit salemu.edu to see if you are eligible for our partnerships offering tuition scholarships.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
The local station, WMBS. Hot Topics, Kendall and Paul and Bill. And we are waiting for your calls on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line at 724-438-4593.
Being brought to you by Tire Man's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. 724-438-4593. Give us a call on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, or we are live on our WMBS Facebook page.
Make comment.
Which I want to say real quick.
Yeah.
Facebook has done something, and this has been a couple months now. So all of our Facebook videos are going to YouTube now. So if there's a particular show that know happened like a few months ago, it's not going to be on our Facebook page after 30 days, but you can always go to YouTube and they're being uploaded there.
And again, 724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. I hate to revisit stuff.
Why?
That we talked about in the last hour. Well, just because I like to move on. But this just crossed the wire. Now, granted, it's Fox News.
Okay.
But they had a political gathering in Michigan. Now, understand, Michigan is getting more and more Looney Tunes every year.
No kidding.
However, there was a political event headlined by their Democratic gubernatorial frontrunner, Jocelyn Benson, and Senate candidate Mallory McMurrow. And the first thing the people saw heading into the event were signs that said MAGA equals Nazi and 8647. And what happened to all of that wonderful after Charlie Kirk was killed? All of that, we have to tone down the rhetoric. We have to all work together. We're all American.
And they're not doing themselves any favors. They're not drawing people in. I haven't, and to go back to the protest, and look, again, nobody cares. Do a protest whatever you want. But it's not like, these protests started out with 2-3 people. And then the next weekend we're seeing a 10-15 showing up. Yeah. And then now you barely can even, there's no room to move around because they're just so full. It's not gaining,
No, it's not, I believe it's not from the ground up, it's from the top down. When they're doing this nationwide, this is part of a strategy. This is how they think they can win. By having these protests and repeatedly calling the people Nazis and MAGA people or this and that and the other thing, that is purposeful.
Well, remember,
purposeful.
It doesn't happen
doesn't
only
seem
in
to be
it doesn't
effective.
happen only in Fayette County. It's happening elsewhere, but it's a top-down driven strategy, in my opinion.
remember that Joe Biden's go-to was these MAGA Republicans are a threat to our democracy. They're a threat to our country. And
What's Joe Biden up to these
that
days?
didn't work. Actually, he just had cancerous skin cells removed.
How do you know this? Was it the news?
It's in the news.
Oh, okay. I want to say that Brian did send me the screenshot. It was a CBS News, and Mark Howard from Have an Ice Day, who's the owner, said it was a complete accident, and he said his dog's insulin somehow got into the machine, and once he realized, he stopped service and alerted everyone. And I believe he told that to KDKA TV.
So now that we have revisited stuff from the last hour, we'll take your calls on the WV Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Okay, the story that's been just all over the place is there is a Young Republicans group chat that had, I think it's a nationwide group chat,
Okay.
that Politico reported carried racist and anti-Semitic messages. Those leaked this week. Some of the people included messages like, I love Hitler.
Wait, what? In the group chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And referred to black people as monkeys and the watermelon people.
What do you mean?
And this is what was in these group chats. And now the problem is that you've got, I think most Republicans are saying, no, this is not good. You know, we cannot accept this is not tolerable. And I would agree with them. This type of language.
I mean, give me a break. That's like absolute.
You have every right to say it, and I have every right to tell you you're a moron.
Oh, in October. Okay, this month.
Yeah.
In October of 2025. Okay, Politico published a report based on 2,900 pages of leaked Telegram messages exchanged over a period of several months, January to August 25, among leaders of various young Republican chapters, a youth arm of the GOP in states like New York, Kansas, Arizona, and Vermont. Oh my.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's those people are trash.
Yeah, I said the ones I can say on the air. But then you have the Attorney General candidate in Virginia, Jay Jones, who had texts from a few years earlier fantasizing about shooting a Republican lawmaker and his children.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that said, you have a gun and 2 bullets, and you have his opponent, Hitler, and Stalin. What do? You fire both bullets at his opponent. It's an old joke, and now the Democrats in Virginia and nationwide are having problems because they don't want to lose the election. But they also realize this is unacceptable.
What is so astounding? I mean, well, I don't understand why people in a group chat, you don't think that's going to get leaked somehow? And I'm glad it got leaked.
Yeah.
At the same time, there's always jerks around, and that's never going to change. But I mean, that is. Hey, if you don't want anyone to know about it, don't do it or don't say it.
Well, and keep in mind that the internet is forever. So but you got to be careful. And that's the problem too, and this is the reason I think why people don't run for office, is that they know they did stupid stuff back when they were in high school or college.
You know, I agree with you, but I think that is becoming less of a threat because people will say anything nowadays, and news just comes and goes. So even if there is something posted about someone, I mean, I don't know. I think it's more. I think it's the money now because these parties are so stacked with money, and they decide who they're going to run. So the average person who actually could make a difference or has a sense of reality and isn't just a politician or bought and paid for. Which at this point, if you need money to run, you are selling a little piece of the soul because you are beholden to these people. And that's just the truth.
And the only way, if you're going to be just an ordinary Joe or Joan who wants to run for office, you have to run for something like school board and county commissioner, and then start networking and working your way up your particular party. Then eventually the money will come and find you. Or you can be Dr. Oz and be worth $1 million.
It's still a check being written by somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't want reelected, then, you won't care as much. But if you want reelected, you do have to do things to please people who are paying for you to stay in that job. 724-438-4593. We have a call.
We have a call. We go to the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line.
Just dust off your...
Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with?
Hey, guys. It's Matt Lancaster from Uniontown, PA. How are you?
Matt, hi. Good afternoon.
Hey, so, Kendall, I think you graduated I graduated like 3 years before you because I'm pretty sure you were a freshman when I was a senior at Uniontown.
Okay.
But you were talking about the
Oh, wait.
stuff online.
Matt, we can't have you on. He's a candidate for office. Brian just came in and
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bill. Will you explain?
Well, basically, we can't take calls from candidates because we have to give equal time.
And we're too close to the window. What's the window, Bill?
The window. And so if you want to talk on the air, call our office and buy political time.
And what is that window? What is that?
It's
60 days?
Well, it's going on right now. It's going on now through the election day.
So you don't know the answer to my question is what you mean? You don't know how, is it 60 days or 90 days?
It's 60 days before the general election, 45 days before the primary.
Okay, yep. You usually know everything. I was like, why doesn't he know this?
Well, I knew it. I was just trying to make it less
Man, Brian is quick.
Well,
that's his job.
Yeah, that's exactly right, his job. Political candidates, unless
omnipresent.
Unless it's on a paid political show like the Democratic Radio Hour
or you can buy your own time.
The Hillbilly, or you can buy your own time.
Mm-hmm. Which we do have candidates do. Last week we had Gary Altman for city council. Next week we have Jared Billy for city council. I'm sure, and all the other candidates, I'm sure they're going to be coming on someone's show. So yeah, you can come on, Matt Lancaster. You have a week and a week.
But if you're not running for office, 724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. So
one of the 2 county spots. That's one of the offices.
Mm-hmm.
So we will entertain anything you want to talk about.
So I have something. Speaking of Uniontown Red Raiders.
Yes.
There's a Democratic congressman, shocker, from Philadelphia. Is really where
That's
the
not
shocker.
a congressman, is it? It's a member of.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania congressman. Pennsylvania
State representative. Yeah.
Congressman or federal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Did
a
they
state
teach
rep.
you this stuff at Uniontown? Come on, civics.
Hey, Paul.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. He's proposed 2 bills to ban schools in PA from having Native American
imagery
as their
mascot. Their mascots, yeah.
Yeah. And so I looked it up, and this is a ChatGPT question, so, take that for what it's worth. I wondered how many schools in PA currently had a Native American mascot. Right. And so their best estimate is between 60 to 70 public schools in Pennsylvania currently use Native American themed mascots.
Does it say how many schools? I'm wondering what percentage that is.
There's 500 public schools, districts.
You figure that's almost like 1 school per county.
Yeah.
Right? So that's not very many.
Yeah.
And then I wondered how many Native American students were in the state of Pennsylvania in school, and I don't see that number, but it was less than 400. We have a call?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
but I'm
will
in
say
the middle
that.
of saying something.
I know.
So I guess we'll take a break and we'll go to the phones, and then we can come back.
I was just,
'Cause that's a really broken up story.
yeah, we'll go. I'm just letting you know we have a call. We can finish our thoughts.
I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And I think that we should have to hear from the Native American community, not a legislator in Harrisburg who is I don't know. I think that, I mean, look, when the Redskins' names was changed to the Commanders, the Native American community, many of them were upset about that.
Yeah.
And as a Uniontown Red Raider, I'm proud of that Red Raider. I don't look at that and be like, oh, that Indian, we took their land. You know, it's something to be.
Well, we did, but
it's
that's
something.
another.
But that's not what it represents to us. You should be proud of that. It's to me that why is that not honoring? Why isn't that? Am I wrong?
My 2 cents would be if the rep, and you don't have the name of the rep, but if the rep's from Philadelphia.
For the 200th district.
Well, just go try to tell a Philadelphia rep what they should do in their
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah, you might have a fight on your
And I
hands.
think you'll have,
Well, I know. Speaking of the Redskins thing, when all that falderall about the Redskins name was going on, every single person that I knew who was of Native American heritage couldn't care less.
That's my point.
You know, they're a big deal. Yeah, and
And
Redskin, by the way, is far more pejorative than Indian. So.
And he said it's. He mentioned how the suicide rates of teens it's highest among Native Americans. But even like what? How do we even when you're enrolling in a school and mom puts Native American? I mean that you could be 30% Native American.
Yeah, you get to name.
This is a rhetorical question.
Oh wait, really quickly.
What teenager can you imagine in the United States of America is committing suicide because they're called the Uniontown Red Raiders?
I said that too.
Yeah.
Another thing is that he said that there will be state grant money available for the schools that have to rebrand. We have kids that can't read.
Yeah, exactly. I think we can spend the money better.
Rebranding?
Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh. Now that is a riot. I would not a riot. That is a protest. I would attend. Sign me up for a Saturday afternoon on Fayette Street in front of Uniontown High School because I will protest.
Well,
and nobody will care.
Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with?
This is Nick. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay. One of the big problems I see in today's society is a total and complete lack of respect. If you can't respect your own self, you can't respect anybody else.
Yes, I would agree with that, Nick.
I mean, that's one thing, I work with all kinds of people, and that's one thing I've always noticed when I work with former military people. They would talk respect. When you work with them on the job, they come to the job, they work with you, they respect your property, and
Are you
right with these guys.
Are you speaking of like a specific experience that's on your mind that's like has you feeling this way, or just in general?
Just in general, I mean, when you drive on the roads, people don't respect you when you drive on the roads. People don't respect you when you stay in the line. There's always, it's like there's this constant tension. Me first. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah.
I don't care how you feel. I don't care what condition you're in.
Yeah, we live in a very self-absorbed culture right now.
Yeah. And I'll give you a typical example. Okay, I drive a pickup truck and I got ladders on it, and I have a handicap plate. So I'm entitled to use a handicap plate because I got bad legs. And I get people looking at me like, you don't belong in that thing. And it's like, well, you don't know what's going on in my body, and I own the company, so I'm allowed to have somebody that works for me that climbs those ladders.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's my way. It's automatic instant judgment. But don't ever think anything through. And it's the same thing I see on Facebook. People, you write an article, and they read 2 words, 3 words. Oh, he's a racist. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is like, did you read the article? Did you even read the article?
Yes. People go based off of a headline.
Comprehend. Yeah. I think a big problem is people can't read because they can't comprehend. And maybe they can read the words, they just can't comprehend the word.
Yeah, there's reading, and then there's, as you said, reading comprehension. Hey, Nick, thanks a lot. Drive safely.
Yeah, drive safely, Nick. Take good care.
Okay. Thank you.
And the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line 724-438-4593. More coming up.
This is Patrick Mahoney, your candidate for South Union Township Supervisor. My opponent says don't fix what's not broken, but truthfully, I believe that there's a lot to fix. I pledge to be a full-time supervisor with no distractions coming from conflicting external business interests. Additionally, I will also keep taxes and fees as low as possible, and I plan to work very hard to attract and support businesses in our township. Lastly, I will make sure our parks and green spaces are updated equally for us all to enjoy. Voting should be a way to make a better choice, and that choice is me, Patrick Mahoney.
Paid for by friends of Patrick Mahoney.
Don't fall behind on your home improvement projects. First Federal of Greene County's home improvement loans can help. Planning to remodel your kitchen or bathroom? Considering an addition, patio, or new roof? First Federal offers FHA Title I home improvement loans, home equity loans, construction loans, and owner-builder loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 458729.
Just in time for the movie release of Wicked for Good, the State Theater Center for the Arts presents Good Witch, Bad Witch, The Broadway Witches, featuring 2 powerhouse vocalists, Ali Mazzi and Dee Rossioli, a past Elphaba and Glinda from the Broadway cast of Wicked, with stunning vocals and unforgettable performances. Good Witch, Bad Witch, The Broadway Witches, Sunday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. Get tickets online at statetheater.info or call 724-439-1360. Pick 3 season subscription packages still available.
Yeah, they're the people I trust. It's the place I go. Home Warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
A Best in Fayette winner for windows and home improvements, Home Warehouse in Uniontown knows how to make your house a happy home. Seasons are changing. Save on energy costs, keep out drafts, and update your home with beautiful new windows, doors, and storm doors from Home Warehouse, your one-stop shop for all your exterior building needs. Roofing shingles, metal and commercial rubber roofing, shutters, siding, soffit and fascia, railing and decking, as well as driveway cedar, flooring, wood pellets at great prices, and don't forget the dog food. So for selection and hometown service, see Sandy and Donnie at Home Warehouse, Carlsville Street in Uniontown. Shop Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, Saturday till noon, closed Sunday and holidays.
Home Warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Having Hickson Boss Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. This is flu season. Call Hickson Boss at 724-437-2828 and ask about flu shot availability and other vaccines. Free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and dependable courteous service are Hickson Boss' way of doing business. Hickson Boss Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
WMBS.
Your local station, WMBS. Hot Topics, Kendall, Bill, Paul, or Paul and Kendall and Bill.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, we can try. Tell you what, we'll run it up the flagpole and see who's lives.
What if we did it oldest to youngest?
Well, that would be Bill, Paul, and Kendall. You know, age before beauty.
I'd rather go beauty before age at this point.
Well,
Kendall,
yeah,
Paul, and Bill.
I think so.
Kendall, Bill, and Paul. How did you just say it? Not that it matters.
I said
That's why I
Paul,
have to-
Kendall, and Bill.
Okay.
Anyway, so 724-438-4593, WVU Madison, Uniontown Hospital, talk line Sign of the times. MTV is going away in Britain.
No.
Yeah.
Well, how about the VMAs were on, like,
ABC,
or
wasn't
something?
it?
Yeah. Like, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, but MTV started in Britain, if I remember correctly.
Did it?
Yeah. And the MTV channels they're not shutting down in America. If you see a headline that says MTV, the plug is being pulled, yes, in Great Britain. But how much longer is it going to last here?
I mean, what do people even do with it now?
Yeah, exactly. When was it actually music television? Do they actually play any videos?
It was launched
on
actually in the
MTV?
United States August 1st, 1981.
81. What was the first one?
Video killed the radio.
That's
star.
It was inventive.
Buggles.
It was inventive at that time. So
Yeah.
the artists hated doing it because they wanted the music to speak for itself, and then they're dressing you up in
Yeah.
all these costumes and stuff and period pieces and funny stuff. I could see the value to it back before you had widespread like YouTube, where you can just
Yeah.
go straight to watch the MTV and see there's heavy rotation.
Yeah.
It's like records at the radio station.
Yeah.
Used to be heavy rotation, medium, light rotation. But people get away from it because now you can just type up, like you were looking at, one of the videos,
Yeah.
Robert Palmer or whatever. You
YouTube.
can just do it now on YouTube, and there it is. So it's at your fingertip. You don't have to sit and wait to see the Devo video
Right.
or the, any of the popular ones there.
Yeah, and I've said this before. When MTV came in this country, the music video was not a marketing tool that American record companies used, but European record companies have been using it for years. And so all that was really available for MTV were all of these European and British acts because they had videos already. That's why Aha and Golden Earring and David Bowie. Anyway, all of them. That's why we had this influx of European bands until American record companies went, oh boy, are we missing the boat? And then remember when they spent $1 million on Michael Jackson's Thriller video?
Was it $1 million?
Yeah. And that was huge at the time.
To produce it.
Yeah. And, trying to remember who directed it. John Landis. Anyway, they had a big name director. Anyway. But yeah, so MTV is going away in Britain. And really, as you said, what purpose
Landis.
does it? Well, John Landis. It was John Landis. Sometimes the brain joins us for the show. You notice that? 724-438-4593, the WVMS Uniontown Hospital Talk Line.
Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I'm now at an age, well, I'm sure you noticed it, but what the new lingo is now.
Right.
I'm at an age now where these younger people, like in their teens and their 20s, will say something to me and I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like I'm the one that's not in the know. So do you know like the new way of saying, okay, so if you tell me a story
Yeah.
and instead of saying like, really? Do you know what they say now?
No idea.
They say, actually. Yeah, they don't say really, they'll say actually. And then instead of saying, which I'm not switching over to for that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But I'm definitely not switching over to this one that I'm going to tell you next.
Yeah.
Okay, if you tell me a story and it's like wild.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to hear any more about it. I'll say no more.
Right.
You know what it is now? Say less.
That sounds like a discount store.
Well, back in my day, when you didn't want to hear the rest of a story, you said "shut up."
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
But,
Usually there was
or
a
something
the and another word involved there too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought that there was this thing like if something had really it had the sizz or something like that was short for the sizzle. Anyway.
Okay.
Of course,
And I
that
guess
also
these
sounds
kids are
like
saying-
Snoop Dogg.
There's like this thing going around now where kids are saying 6, 7, and it's like really irritating the teachers, and it doesn't even mean anything. They're just
Yeah.
saying 6, 7. and I'm sure it'll fade into something else. But yeah, so
Interesting.
actually, yeah.
I predict these. I wait for these things to come back around,
Yeah.
just like bell bottoms did 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
in my lifetime. I want all the '70s lingo to come back.
Do you?
That would be
Why don't
good.
you bring it back?
That'd be
then?
I'm down.
groovy.
I'm
You
down with
have-
that. I'm
Yeah.
down with that, Bill.
You have a
I'm down with
platform.
that.
That's
Bring it
far
back.
out.
Come on over to the crib. We'll talk
Yeah,
about it. You know.
You would say crib in the 70s?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was an 80s thing.
No.
Oh no.
No. Hey, that's okay. I'll just crash here on the floor.
A crash. Yeah.
Crash. That's okay. I thought the 70s was like gnarly.
No, gnarly was 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was
That's the
Mike
Valley Girl
Myers.
stuff, right? I mean.
Oh, okay.
And that's I think Valley Girl. Or
Yeah.
Crash here.
Yeah.
Post Valley Girl.
Instead
type
of
stuff.
like, what would you say in like? Oh, that's cool.
Groovy.
Groovy. Oh, that's right. Groovy.
Yeah, I'm hip. Actually,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
more
hip.
50s or 60s. But,
Yeah.
you know, years and years and years ago, Steve Allen was interviewing a 6-year-old girl. And he says, so what do you do? And she goes, I dig. I'm hip.
Dig
That's
it, man.
it.
Can you
Yeah.
dig it? It's
I know.
like this is like watching the Mod Squad TV
Dig
show.
The
Bill, my
WB
man, you got a call.
yeah. Or like, what was his name? Fozzie Bear or on
Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fozzie Bear's a Muppet. Huggy Bear on Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch.
The Uniontown Hospital, WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital Talk Line. Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with?
This is Bill. Good afternoon, Paul,
Good afternoon,
Bill,
Bill.
and Kendall.
Hey, you got it right.
Hey
Hey,
there.
how you guys doing today?
Doing
Good.
great.
Thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well, thank you very much. Yeah, you were talking about I'm sitting out here in the bumper of my vehicle and sitting out here enjoying a nice sunshine. It feels like about 90 degrees out with the sun. Oh, does it feel good. I'm all put my suntan lotion on. I'm all ready to take off my sweatpants, put shorts on, warm.
Oh my, you're really
Yeah.
ready for summer again.
I've been ready for summer since September 22nd, I think it was, when summer ended.
Yeah, the autumnal equinox was his trigger.
Yeah, you guys are talking about different languages and stuff. It's funny that some of the stuff I remember saying as a child growing up, and some of the stuff that you hear today is pretty close. Some of the words aren't suitable for radio, but it's awesome. Some of these different words that people use in sentences. Now, I use the word awesome a lot. It means good, or somebody doing something good, or somebody giving you something that's going to make them better, things like that. I use awesome a lot. And one of the other things I like using is, are you kidding me? And I say it real loud sometimes. Somebody will sit there and tell me, well, this happened, that happened. What? Are you kidding me? So the language has changed over and over and over again. I'm sure next 100 years it will change a million more times. But you talk about MTV. I can remember MTV was fantastic, and it killed a lot of things, all the videos and stuff.
Okay, wait.
I know a lot.
I'm gonna
Good.
go ahead.
I was going to say, and with MTV going out in England, I'm sure it's not going to be too long here also. Yeah. But, what's killed a lot of things is obviously the thing I'm on, cell phone. It's the internet. That's killing everything.
And yet radio just carries on.
What'd you say?
Yeah, and
radio?
And what's
Radio
nice,
just carries on.
and what's nice, you got WGNBS 590, which I've been listening to for over 60 years.
Or 101.1 FM.
I can't get that. I don't understand why. It's so low, and so it's like 100 miles away. Well, I'm in the valley here, so God only knows what can and can't
Yeah,
get here.
geography can affect radio signals.
Hey, I have a quiz for you guys.
Yes.
Okay. This is 1970s lingo. What does jive turkey mean?
Jive turkey?
Yeah.
I would have to say they're joking around with you, or they're kidding you.
It's a liar or a fool.
Somebody is full of baloney, basically.
Well, I knew a lot of fools, so that might be right, too.
So what about, okay. Well, peace. Okay, you would say bummer. That's 1960s?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bummer?
Yeah.
Bummer?
Bad trip.
Bad.
I use bummer a lot. Bummer is like, oh man, that's not good, or
right.
Man, my trip was a bummer. Well, what would you do wrong? Well, I forgot this, I forgot that, or this happened, that happened. Yeah, bummer's not good.
Okay. Today, this is a lingo of today. What does Riz mean? R-I-Z-Z.
R-I-Z-Z, Riz. Never heard of it. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you if you gave me $1,000
It
right
means
now.
charisma or charm. Okay, here and they also here's another one. Main character energy means confident or self-focused. What?
Well, that makes sense. 'Cause you know why? Main character would be somebody who could be not just an actor or what have you. Throw that out the window, but it could be somebody that you're friends with or a group of friends who is like the leader of the pack, so to speak.
Yeah.
And he or she, yeah, exactly. Or he or she is the one that you turn to if you want to do something like, let's go fishing. Well, 10 kids might want to go fishing, but maybe 8 of them only go.
Okay, wait. Okay, what about? Do you know what FOMO means?
Spell that, please.
FOMO.
FOMO. Again, I've never heard of that.
Okay.
What language is that?
Oh, come on, Bill. It's coming to you.
No, yeah, I'm thinking of YOLO.
Okay.
Find out.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out?
Fear of missing out. Yep.
That doesn't even make sense. But that's okay. That's their language. I'm not going to argue the point because some of our languages.
Like if you were invited to a party and you were too tired, you worked all week and you just didn't feel like going, but you show up anyways and you say, yeah, I had to come. I have FOMO. You had fear of missing out. You don't want to miss out on like the good time.
Yeah,
well, okay. Now that using it in that sentence, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's good then. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that Paul was referencing FUFO.
What is it?
FUFO, which is mess up, find out, except the F doesn't stand for mess.
Okay.
So anyway, hey Bill, enjoy the weather, enjoy the weekend.
Yes, take good care.
You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for taking your time with listening to me. And you guys have a great week. All your listeners, please be safe. Keep warm, keep dry. It's supposed to rain Sunday. And I'm mad about the game last night, but that's okay. The Pens won, so we at least got something out of the deal last night.
Could have been worse. The Pirates could have been playing, and that would have been another loss. Anyway, thanks, Bill.
You guys have a good weekend. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye now. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye now.
And this is Hot Topics with Paul and Kendall and Bill. Just a quick story.
Yes, we're here for it.
When I
have FOMO.
when I was down south, went shopping at a department store that's down south and not up here.
Is this you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had a bunch of stuff I was buying.
Why can't you say where it was?
What?
Why can't you say where it was?
Well, if Belk wants to get their name mentioned, they can advertise. Anyway, and it was one of those things where, well, if you sign up for a credit card today, you get 20% off.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, sure, why not? And so, and then they find out what my credit rating is. And go, I'm sorry, you didn't mean that. But I actually got the card, so I got 20% off.
Okay.
Then I got the bill with the statement.
What's your interest rate?
APR, 35%.
That is so sad.
I paid that bad boy off that day.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to carry it. Now, granted, it's APR, so it's like 2.5 per month, but still, think about this. If you held a balance of $100, that would be $35 in interest over the course of the year.
1/3.
Yeah. And you know what we used to call that?
Did you get a lot of stuff?
What?
Did you get a lot of stuff?
Well, yeah, it was grandchildren buying day, so yeah.
Did you get some stuff for yourself for the new fall ensembles?
No. Didn't really get out of the children's section.
Okay.
But yeah, 35. We used to throw people in jail for having interest rates that high. You had to go down to Guido the Armbreaker and get an interest rate that high.
Going back to the 70s, that's a lot of coin, Bill.
Yeah.
That's a lot of coin.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of scratch.
A lot of scratch. There you
Oh,
go.
a lot of bread.
A lot of bread, man.
Bread,
That's a lot
yeah,
of
man.
bread.
Hey, you got any bread?
35% is a lot of bread.
You got any bread? I've got a friend who I need to buy something off of. Yeah. Bread. Nope, Dave's not here. 724-438-4593, the WVMS and Uniontown Hospital talk line, and we'll wrap up this episode, this engaging episode of Hot Topics now.
Take the fact book.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT, your community, your connection.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
For the best lunch spot in town, visit Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street in Uniontown. Serving up lunch including daily specials and daily dinner specials, including Wednesday pasta and parm nights with chicken parm for $15 and veal parm for $19. And half-priced apps and $1 off drinks during happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 10. Titlows is also booking private parties. Call them today, 724-437-6749, or order online.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
It's the 43rd annual Carpetho Brusen celebration at St. John the Baptist Byzantine Church, Sunday, October 26th from noon to 5 p.m. Enjoy ethnic favorites, halupni, pirohi, halushki, kibasi, and sauerkraut, a variety of breads, long rolls, pastries, and more. Plus, Brusen folk music by Sukira, starting at 12:30. Speakers, folk art demonstrations, crafts, raffles, as well as a church tour and children's activities. For more information, call the church at 724-438-1382 and check Facebook for updates at St. John BYC, Uniontown.
On Friday, October 24th from 6 to 8 p.m., the Fayette County African American History and Cultural Center will host a Black Business Reception at the East End United Community Center at 150 Cool Springs Street in Uniontown. This free public event will bring together Black business leaders from across Fayette County for an evening of networking, community building, and celebration. Guests can also enjoy door prizes, basket giveaways, and refreshments throughout the evening. To learn more or to register your business, email norma.thomas13@gmail.com or call 215-880-4718.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
WMBS. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer.
Hot Topics with Kendall, Paul, and Bill. And yes, we are down to the final few minutes here. It is last call. So let's take a last call. Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with?
You're speaking with Mark.
Mark, what's on your mind?
We got 2 minutes.
I'm fine.
Mark.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
but
you
have
got 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'm just like I said, this is Mark the hipster from Republic.
Hipster, all right, 50s lingo.
Having a far out day.
You having your glass of wine?
I got it in my left hand right now, my cell phone onto my ear.
All right. Cheers.
Yeah.
You got your
Yeah,
glass
I'm-
of grape juice there, yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus on digging the garden, turn the garden over. That's 90s. Every third word was out of everybody's mouth was focus something.
Yeah. Oh.
But those are the 3 words that I remember. 60s was hip, which you don't hear anymore. Far out was what John Denver used to say, if you recall.
Oh, all
What does far out mean? Like cool?
Yeah.
See, far out to me would mean like weird. Like he's far out.
Far out's like
But everything was far out in the 70s. And the 90s, like I said, every word I've ever heard in his mouth back then was focus. Everybody on television was focus.
Wait, well,
The focus
in
was
what
the word.
context would they say focus?
Well, like this is the focus of this story.
Yeah, I mean, every word was focus. That was the word.
Okay.
Well, Mark.
Enjoy that wine, Mark, but make sure you don't drive.
Yeah.
No, I gotta. Yeah, okay, I won't. I just gotta walk down the steps right now because I'm upstairs. That's how you
All right, well, you
hear him so well.
make sure you use the railing very, very tightly.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
And that pretty much puts the end to this edition of Hot Topics with Paul and Kendall and Bill, and it's been really groovy.
It has.
It's been far out, and
It's been groovy.
it's been rad.
It's been rad. Yeah. It's been it hasn't been sus.
Yeah,
And it's
But-
6-7.
yeah. But, well, maybe that's from I'm all in 6s and 7s.
No. It's not.
No.
It means absolutely nothing.
Like war.
I'm down with all that.
Yeah.
Get down. I'm down. I
Well,
say
like
that.
like war. What is it good for?
That's right.
Absolutely nothing.
That's right.
Say it again.
Yeah. Anyway, Democratic Radio Hour coming up next on your local station, WMBS Uniontown. It's 3 o'clock. Be safe.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington.